man, from a man standpoint. And I just wanted to give my take because I don't think anybody has taken this approach yet. So I thought it would be dope to just talk about it, man, because I think it's a really cool thing. One, first and foremost, I am a father. I have a 17-year-old that's getting ready to graduate high school and college. So my take on everything is going to be completely from a father standpoint. Kendrick really took a lot of jazz, man. Really thought everything out. He started off this beef with releasing his diss track at 8:24 a.m. West Coast time, which everybody knows that's Kobe's, both Kobe's numbers, 8, number 24. Dope. Like, just dang, how did you think that far ahead? Even when it comes to the intro, the voice that is like screwed up and chopped up and reversed, in all actuality, what it is it's the voice of Richard Pryor in the Oz movie. Once they discovered that he wasn't Oz, it was like doing the little fraud thing. I was like, yo, that's dope. I heard that on the Breakfast Club, so I'm not the originator of that take. Just saying how calculated and how well thought out he was with getting this together. And I say that to say this, man, like that's one thing that I don't think Drake is really thinking on as far as like how do I get the responses that I need to get. Like I don't think he's as calculated. Like he's out there just throwing stuff out, which is good. He's having fun with it. It's all fun. You can tell it's all fun, but it's also I'm gonna say I'm the best, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like you know what I mean? Like there's that factor in there, and it's dope. Um, Kendrick hit a lot of points with just letting him know, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I can go and talk about things that every other rapper has already talked about, like talking about the deals, the splits, the percentages. Show me yours and I'll show you mine because you sound like the Exodus from Pusha T, like pulling that and actually going in. I'm from Virginia, so his whole take on like, yo, I'm here to be for Pharrell. Pharrell is like musical god to anybody from here. Like I mean, since the Neptunes, NERD, like you can't tell anybody from Virginia that Pharrell is not that guy. Along with Timberland and Missy, and like anybody from Virginia, like Virginians are gonna hold down because it's so few and far between when somebody comes from here and goes anywhere else bigger than where we're at. So Virginia's gonna hold down Virginia. So hearing him like, you know what I'm saying, and then having the whole like I didn't know Pusha T's real name was Terrence, and then he was like, "Yo, that's Terrence," and I'm Terrence Crawford. I beat feet like whoa, you know what I mean? Like it was a really good, well thought out diss, and I'm not saying, but like even addressing the writers because he was like, "It's a 20 versus one." Drake said it first, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's the same thing for me if I'm going against all your writers," and I'm like, "Dang, like that's powerful," you know what I mean? But if you don't know, man, it's already hard and tough in the industry. So my hat goes off to both of them for just being in the entertainment industry for so long because I'm just putting my foot in a little bit. I don't even think I have my full toe in yet, but just from the little bit that I've experienced in the local area that I live in, it's a rough business, man. It is a business that you have to know your business on. So shout out to them for doing it at such a high level for so many years, man. I don't want to take in discredit them for anything, but when it comes to this disc, I am going to be like kind of critical on, you know, Drake. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm taking Kendrick's side because I feel like hip hop came. It's an American sport. It is a sport, and I'm glad that it's traveling internationally. But when it comes time to who does it best, the Americans got to hold it down. Like when he did the little bar about like, yo, y'all from Toronto, y'all come down here, imitate our style and take it back up there. Like I felt that because it is that is the case. You know what I'm saying with a lot of things because us as black people will build something up. Us foundational black people, the people who are rooted in America, and our struggles have made us to the point where we had to rap about these things, and we had to do our poetry had to be to a beat, and we had like it's a whole heritage on why we were able to do this. And for somebody to say that somebody who didn't have the DNA that passed through them to say that they do it better, like that's like a slap in the face to all the American rappers who started rap. You know what I'm saying? And those of you who don't know, this is the first year that I think is it this year? Yeah, that they're putting like hip hop dancing in the U.S. Like it made it to the Olympics after 50 years. It's amazing where hip hop has come from, and it all started here. So you know what I'm saying? To say that somebody from Toronto who isn't from America started it, for me, it was kind of like, all right, bro, like, come on, man. This is an American thing. Like, yo, we the best at it. Like, yo, show them what we got, Kendrick. So it's kind of like that for me when he said that bar. In addition to, I am a father. I have a 17-year-old son that's getting ready to graduate high school and college. It took a lot of discipline from both him and his mom to get him to where he's at. Like it took a lot of work for us to get him there. And I refuse to let anybody feel like the best thing in the world you can do is party, party, party when that's not how we raised him. So hearing Kendrick talk about things and letting him know, like it was a reassurance package deal because my son graduates our local college, TCC. He graduates this coming Monday, and hearing that, and I'm like, yo, because we listen to rap together. That's something that my son and I do. We drive together. We're into cars. Like those are some of the things that we can kind of like touch base on a little bit. We have different styles of music, but I definitely wanted to hear this with him, and it was different, man, because it's like, yo, this is what hip hop was originally about. It's about uplifting each other. It's about and even with it, like Kendrick even said, like, yo, keep making that wavy music, keep making that. But when it comes to this, I'm the best at it. And doing it in such a way. Like he said, you probably see two bad bitches. He never called them really out of his name. He never went extra with the like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you probably felt like, even how he worded it so he's not insulting him directly was like, yo, you probably felt like two bad bitches. I was like, woo, how you do that? And my son seeing it and like, yo, okay, cool. So you don't need to insult a man by calling him less than. Like he probably sees himself like that, and you can pull that out. And I'm like, yo, okay, now you're getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like to make somebody else say that, like that's probably how you felt. But yeah, the comedic part of Kendrick, which I hadn't really seen much of before, was I hate your look, I hate your walk, I hate your. And some people said he took it from DMX. Some people said he probably took it from was the Bernie Mac skit. I don't know, but I know it was funny. I like love that because he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Everything is hating with Drake. Drake's response to everything was money and hate. I'm gonna take your bitch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And that's not the way a man should live. And even him calling him out on his manhood was crazy on how he did it. Like, yo, you been the boy. Like, I ain't seen the man yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot because here I am trying to raise a man. So, like, if you don't have kids, if you're a man and you don't have kids, 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna be on Drake's side, which there's no problem with that. This is just my opinion on why I'm picking sides or why I'm choosing what I'm choosing. But if you have a child and you're raising your child and you know you don't want your child out here neglecting your grandchild or anything like that, then you're gonna side with Kendrick because it's like, yo, you know how much work I had to put into to get my son to where he is now? And if he puts on the radio and I allow somebody like Drake's influence to raise him, like, yo, you gonna send a cease and desist because somebody says something about you that you don't like? You don't have any morals within yourself. You're going to insult this woman and call her all types of bitches. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? And I have to deal with that because I am a real father, you know? So, I try to display more because I am a role model. Like, and my kids don't look at any entertainers as role models, but I am becoming an entertainer and I am their role model. The people around them are their role models. My friends are the role models for my children. But just knowing that they can turn on the radio and hear something that'll actually pour into them so that they get something out of it. And Kendrick mentioned that too. He was like, yo, my music has substance. But he's making himself cool by taking out the coolest person. Like, it was like he waited until Drake was at his all-time peak to diss him because I need you to look cool so I can show you what real cool looks like. So he can change the dynamic. Man, it's just for me. And I respect, like, now I look at it like Cole didn't need to inherit that because what are y'all going to talk about? Yo, I take care of my wife better than you. I take care of my wife better than you. No, we don't need that. Like, there's no need for it. Plus, it's two Americans going against each other. Like, this is bigger to me because of how I look at it. Like, yo, hip hop started in this country on this soil. No better person to do it than another person from, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to represent our soil when it comes to, like, you know, Kendrick like the SEALs, man. He going up there like, yo, y'all are creating a terrorist act on hip hop, and I'm coming in here to take back, like, yo, you are a threat, and I'm coming to take it back, and that's why I like it because It's letting people know, like, yo, you can still be a conscious rapper. Like Jay-Z did the 444 when he was at his, everything else was done. So it's just a dope. But the bar about like I gotta raise my kids, you don't know nothing about that. That to me, the best bar because of, like I mentioned several times, being a father. Just being a father is enough for any father to understand, like, especially when you're involved and you're doing things and you're like touching stuff, you're sacrificing, you're like, I lost so much, man. I was supposed to go to college, but I couldn't go because I had to raise a child. I was a teen dad, but I made the sacrifices, and now I get to see him do more than I ever could. But it was a sacrifice that I would make 1,000 times over had I been in that same situation. You know what I'm saying? I was 19 when I had him, and to understand, for a musician to understand and break down the human level of what being a real father is, it just felt like it was like a badge of honor. Like, yo, this is what fathers go through on a daily. Like, I had to pour a lot into him. So when you see my son and you see me and you know, like, that was a lot of work. Like, I had to go overseas to take care of this kid. Like, I had to do whatever I needed to do to make sure that this kid had everything. And to hear a rapper kind of like, hey, you did the right thing. No matter how many people were shaking it. I didn't have enough money to go to the club because I'm taking care of him, putting him in daycare, like buying him clothes. I couldn't go to the club. I couldn't pop no bottle. Like, I had to sit my ass on the ship. Like, I'm walking around the whole city like, yo, I got $20 on me, man. But hey, I'm calling home. Hey, is my son good? Does he have everything that he needs? Well, even when I had a daughter, do they have everything that they need? Like, I made those sacrifices, man. So I couldn't pop no bottles. So I'm like, yo, yeah, man. Like, it's some people that will listen to Drake as a dad and be like, yeah, I'm still in the club, knowing that your kid doesn't have enough diapers at home. That's not a good look. But I'm not saying that Drake is telling people to do that. I'm just saying the influences are different. And Kendrick is making it cool to be a father, even dissing the coolest dude ever, which is the boy, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, that's my take. And that's why I definitely feel like, in my opinion, just my opinion, that Kendrick won, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hands down, Kendrick killed, and he killed because it was relatable to me in the time that I'm in my life right now. So yeah, great for entertainment. I think it's great for people who wanted to see a battle, because we haven't seen a great one like this since Jay-Z and Nas. So that's well over 20, almost 30 years ago, man. That's 2001. And to see it now and to see it done in a sporty way, so it's not really like, yo, I'm not about to talk about like your side chicks, or like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about your baby mom. It's just talking about you, because Kendrick kept it cute. He kept it classy. Anyways, but yeah, that's my take on that, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from, and I hope y'all get something from it, because to be honest with you, listen to it. It's, if you're soon to be a father, it's great. If you're going to be a mom, like, it's great to just listen to, just be entertained, just listen to the wordplay. Just, it's dope, man. Kendrick, I definitely give that one to you. Hopefully one day I get big enough that I can meet both of y'all, man. But if not, look, the odds of y'all checking my channel are slim to none. But yeah, nah, dope series, man. And I hope y'all enjoy it and get a chance to continue to watch it, man. I'm out.